Okay, y'all. So Fantasia just came out and responded to her father, who came out yesterday saying that her husband is stealing from her and buying her stuff with her own money. So she just came out and broke her silence on the situation. Called out her dad, and taking up for her king. So we're about to talk about it, y'all. Hello and welcome to my channel. Please like, share, and subscribe if you like this video. And thank you all so much for watching. Thank you to my day ones, twos, threes, and fours. Thank you so very much. I appreciate you all and welcome. This video is for entertainment and educational purposes only, so everything is alleged, some is not, and the fair accuse is in my description box, y'all. So let's get to it, y'all. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, let's get to it. Y'all, it's so much stuff coming out now since the daddy came out that don't make no sense, that people wasn't even talking about or either knew. Now, I had no idea that Fantasia met this guy, and in 3 weeks, they were talking marriage. In 3 weeks of meeting him after he just got out of jail, y'all. Word on the street. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. She just came out and made a fool of herself. In my book. This is just my opinion. She just came out and made a complete fool of her own self. She called herself putting out her dad's mug shots and all of that stuff. How you gonna talk about your dad having mug shots when your husband had mug shots too? Come on now, Fantasia. You ain't going out like that. But y'all remember back here when she did that color purple and stuff with Oprah and them, and she was doing that one eye symbolism and stuff, and she had on the purple and putting one hand in front of the eye. Oh yeah, Miss Thing just sold out. And sometimes when you sell out, you end up being backdoor out, a seeker out. Okay, y'all? And maybe this is what the father was trying to, save her from. Boy, oh boy, oh boy. You mean to tell me all of these people that was working for her and on her team, they didn't get a lot of people that got moved out the way, fired, and this and that and that and this that was handling her business and stuff. She meet this man that get out of jail. And now he is over all her companies. He's the president of each and every last one of her companies. And she came out and said, how can he steal from me if he the president of all of my companies? Y'all, she just made a complete fool of herself. What her father was saying seemed like it's true. Basically, from what she just said, came out and said, seemed like it's true. She posted this up about her dad. And she said this. Shout out to Neighborhood Talk because they posted it up. She says, I wasn't going to do this, but this has gotten out of hand. Joseph Barino, which is her daddy, I can't even call you dad or a father. You are a donor. This is what she said, y'all. We have covered for you long enough. My mom and me have made you look like you were an okay man, but now you have come for my king. And a lot of people are saying she didn't even write this. They're saying, because y'all know she didn't finish school and she just learned how to start reading and writing, okay? But they're saying she didn't write this. They're saying that her husband wrote this for her, y'all. You mean to tell me that he is her handler, y'all? And you're starting to see that this is a possibility. This is a possibility that this guy done got out of jail and fixed himself into her life and then took over her life, her businesses, everything. Everything. That number 11 keeps popping up in my head because he said we've been married 11 years. And he went and got her 11, stones in her ring. So for the 11 years, that's 11 right there, y'all. Is something a brewing in Fantasia's life? Because it's looking like the daddy is feeling something is wrong or something is about to happen. Okay? This is why he's telling people to pray for his daughter, all right? Now, she says, tonight I will go live, and behind me will stand all who know, or all who is on the payroll, okay, y'all, that don't want to be put off the payroll. How can someone steal if I, Fantasia Taylor, is the CEO and my king, Kendall Taylor, is the president of all our companies? Do you see how they put all our companies in capital letters? Y'all, and up here at the top, now you have come for my king in capital letters. Tonight I shall help you finish the WAR you started. Y'all, this makes Fantasia look even worse. I'm just gonna put it out there. This is why you gotta be careful in who you meeting on these streets. You gotta be careful. Um, some people don't want to see other people doing good. They want to throw a monkey wrench in there if they possibly can. This is how some people are out here. Okay? Some people want to, when they meet somebody, they not just falling in love with that person. They trying to figure out how this person gonna make my life better, or I'm a, come up off of this person. Look at Papoose and Clarissa Shields right now. He is in so much debt and all of this stuff, been owing people for years. The IRS, all kind of stuff. Ain't been paying his taxes. Now he's with Clarissa, who got money rolling in, and he done latched on to her. Just like this guy done latched on to Fantasia. Yo. And this guy is acting like he's taking all the credit for Fantasia's career. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This don't make her look like she did something special. Seriously, this don't. Y'all let me know in the comment section how y'all feel about this. Do you all feel that this made Fantasia look better by going after her father and talking about her king this and her king that? The very thing that her father was talking about, that this guy's taking advantage of her and stealing from her, is what she just posted up, or somebody else posted up for. This exact thing he was talking about. That this guy is stealing her businesses, everything right from up under her nose. How do you meet somebody that just get out the jail and trust them like that? Like, how do you do that? These celebrities is cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, y'all. They act like they don't see. And I know that, a lot of stuff is movies. A lot of stuff is, stories. Snapped. All these different shows, documentaries out here. There are a lot of stories of women lonely, meeting men in prison. They get out and they take over everything they have. And then all of a sudden that person is gone and they out here enjoying this stuff with somebody else. How do you make this man that you met, that just got out of jail, put him over everything that you have? That's dangerous. That's dangerous. Some things you need to keep separate. It's okay for him to help you with your career, but why do he have that title now? And then to say he's president over all our companies? How did he become president over all y'all companies? Somebody that you met from the jail system. Met in 3 weeks and you rush so fast into a relationship. And now you're getting mad because the daddy is saying that he's buying you gifts with your own money? It's the same thing Clarissa is going through right now as we speak. Papoose is buying gifts for her with her own money. She's buying her own self gifts and saying that Papoose bought it for her. Same situation, y'all. Is it that serious, y'all, to have a man? I'm just asking. I had to go look up what her husband was locked up for, because I just found out her husband was locked up. Okay? And there's nothing wrong with that, but don't make yourself vulnerable and put them over your business and all of what you're doing. Just in case something don't work out, or you find out later that he ain't on the up and up. He ain't got his hands all in the cookie jar to a point where, you looking stupid in the end. This is crazy. So Fantasia Barrino's husband, Kendall Taylor, has spoken openly about having a past as a felon before turning his life around to become a businessman and a community leader. That sounds real good, don't it, y'all? But why you didn't do this before you met Fantasia? Huh? Was you getting into the business, did you go to business, take a business class, or did you become a community leader before you met her? Or is this what you had to pretend to be so that you can, be her handler to get her to think that you are everything that she was looking for? Special details regarding his criminal record include conviction. He was convicted of possession of a firearm by a convicted felony in 2003. Okay, you still want to protect yourself even though you have, a background sometime, which is something that they should work on, okay? As far as that law. Other charges. Reports indicate he was charged with a misdemeanor involving putting his hand on a woman in 2000 and was arrested for unpaid child support in early 2012, y'all. In early 2012. So to me, he was a deadbeat daddy. He wasn't helping take care of his child. That's off the top. You see that. Okay? And this was, when did this happen? He put the pause on the woman in 2000 and was arrested for unpaid child support in early 2012. So 3 years before he met Fantasia, he was broke, wasn't paying child support, putting his hands on women. That don't just go away so easy. If you'll put your hand on a woman once, you'll do it again. You will do it again. Okay, y'all? This is sad. This is sad. If she was still in love with this man, it's still no reason for her to put him as president over all her companies. Okay? He came out that jail broke. He was broke before she met him. He wasn't doing stuff he was supposed to do. Then he meets her, and then all of a sudden his life just turned around. He's a businessman, community leader. He's running all her businesses. Y'all, I see why her dad is upset. I see why her dad is worried about her. I'm going to just put that out there. I am. And he did say something that, caught my attention. The dad said that if she stops talking to him because he, puts it out there to the world what's going on, then that's between her and God. But if she out here doing one-eye symbolism for the Color Purple movie and all of that stuff for the pictures that they took and stuff like that, you think Fantasia ain't sold her soul? I'm just saying, y'all. She don't care about how God feel or whatever. She don't care. And yeah, they, the media, when they want to cover up something or this and that and this, if they don't like somebody, they'll be out here saying, oh, she want to marry somebody that was a bum. You know what I'm saying? But when somebody is then, crossed over and then sold out, this is what they throw up to try to make it seem like this is okay. Taylor has since moved past his criminal history, with Fantasia noting that he helped her build her life back up and turned it all around. So now he's saying that he is the reason why she's where she's at right now, because of him and his input in her career. When somebody want to take all the blame for everything that you done, you got to watch out for that stuff. You got to watch out for that stuff. He acts as if she was going to be nothing without him. This is the way he's acting. Now, if you go to the comment section, people are saying, mic drop, Fantasia said, don't mess with her man. Okay? This is some dummy that think that this is all good. Okay? Then somebody else says, my king, yep, he's stealing. Yeah, and she's making an excuse for him stealing and taking from her. Why are you so surprised? Because he bought you something with your own money. 11 carry room. I'm going to take this little one off and put this one on you. I wonder, is he paying his child support now? I wonder, did she pay all his back child support and all of that stuff and get him on the straight and narrow? I wonder, did she do all of that too? This is crazy. Somebody else says her husband probably typed this because why she keep calling him that man my king. They laughing at Fantasia right now, y'all. People are dragging Fantasia, laughing at her, and they are siding with the dad. A lot of people are siding with the father and saying that something ain't right about this picture. For real, for real. That 11-11 right there, it seemed like something is a brewing. And if I was the daddy, I would, back off a little bit. And, they married and this and that and this. He said his piece. And keep it pushing because when somebody needs to sacrifice, he might be it. You know what I'm saying? He might be it. Instead of the other way around with this other situation with these two. I'm down for people being happy. I am. But you got to see it from other people's point of view as well. I think he took advantage of Fantasia. When he came into her life was being turned upside down with whatever was going on in her life. She was having issues. We know that. The fact that they met each other 3 weeks before they were talking marriage. It tells you something too that he jumped in on it quick to lock it down so that nobody else would get in that position or that seat. Um, and he came into her life and he started taking over everything that's in a part of her life. A lot of celebrities, their wives or their husbands, they marry and they fall back and do their own thing or take out a house or this and that and this. They don't put them over everything that they own. You know what I'm saying? Even if you wanted him to be a businessman, you would have opened up, open up his own business for him to run, but not run all your stuff. You don't give somebody that much power. Look what the other lady that's going through it. What's her name? Candace, or whatever her name is. Um, the girl from The Shy. Her husband is trying to take everything from her right now. Everything. And I think they were married well over 11 years. They were together way longer than that. What's her name? Candace? What's the let me pull it up real quick, y'all. I gotta pull it up because I don't even know her name. Okay. Candy Burruss. Candy Burruss. Oh, Candy Burruss and Todd Tucker are divorced after 11 years. They go to 11 again, y'all. 11 years of marriage. So they were married 11 years too, y'all. What's up with these little number 11s in these marriages and stuff? What's going on? And then stuff popping up about them that we didn't know or nobody was even, they weren't even on our radar. But yeah, she was married 11 years too to her husband, and he's trying to send her through the ringer. She's going through it right now, y'all. She's going through it. Now imagine if Candace had a bunch of companies and put her husband over all of her companies right now. That he's the president of each one of those companies. They would have to break down each one of those companies. Probably give him some of them, or they would have to continue to be tied to them, or have to release these companies so that they won't have anything connected to each other. Just think about how these companies would go if this was Candace in this place right now. Think about this, y'all. I don't think Fantasia is thinking straight. I don't. And I think that this guy is very manipulative. I just do. I think he's manipulative. And I think that she is going to, it's going to backfire on her turning on her father with him trying to tell her something for her own good. I just do. I just do. And for her to come out and put her daddy's mug shots on there and this and that and this. And he do have something putting a pause on a woman too. In 2024, that's what's on the mugshot of her father. So he has some kind of altercation or whatever with some female or whatever. But your husband did too. So what did you prove other than your husband did the same thing that your father did? And your husband had even more stuff on his than your father. So, boy, oh boy, oh boy, y'all, this don't make Fantasia look good. Y'all let me know in the comment section. Did she prove her point, or do this make her look even worse? That her daddy was right, that this guy then stepped in and took over all of her businesses and everything. Does this make her look vulnerable? And this guy's taking advantage of her? Y'all tell me, for real, for real. Now, 11 years is a long time to be with somebody. He had time to save up money. If he is the president of her companies, he's working for her. So he gets paid to work for her. So that is another thing. He could have been saving up money, and he could have saved up money to buy her that ring. So I'm trying to look at it both ways, but you don't give somebody that much power over you like that. You just don't. It's crazy. I say this all the time. If you meet somebody and they don't have what you have, and y'all fall in love or whatever, you can help that person, but you don't put them in charge. You don't put them in charge. You have to protect yourself at all costs. You just do. If you got good credit, you don't let somebody with bad credit try to, put stuff in their name when you meet them. You gotta be smart about stuff. You can't just meet people and let them, run your stuff through the ringer because they just ran through the ringer. You just don't do that. You have to be careful about stuff like that. And it's okay to fall in love with somebody, but you don't put them over your businesses like that. You don't just be brainwashed and acting like that everything I got is everything, that whatever I got is whatever you got. No. And this also tells you that there may not be a prenup. Let me see if there's a prenup. Can we pull up anything about that? See real quick. Okay, she did sign a prenup. They did say that. Yes, Fantasia Barrino signed a prenuptial agreement with her husband, Kendall Taylor, whom she married in 2015. Taylor reportedly requested the prenup to ensure she knew he was not after her money, but loved her for who she was. The agreement was part of setting up clear financial boundaries. That's not setting financial boundaries when he's the president of all her companies, which she has credited as part of her regaining financial stability. So maybe he brought some good to the table because before he came along, she was, struggling with money and having money problems and stuff like that. So he could have helped her in that light. You know what I'm saying? This also could have been a ploy to get her to trust him. To get her to trust him by, okay, we can sign a prenup, let you know I'm not after your money. And she like, oh, okay. Then she opens up and trusts him even more by putting him over her companies. He still could have helped her without putting all that stuff, making himself the president of her companies. He still could have helped her. Let's see what her net worth is. Wait a minute, y'all. So it's saying Fantasia Barrino's husband, Kendall Taylor, is a businessman who reported net worth figures varying, but sources suggest figures around 22 million, y'all. Is they counting her money as his money? Stemming from his ventures that salute First Economy and Rock Soul Entertainment, while Fantasia herself has an estimated 5 million net worth. Through sources can differ. Wait a minute, y'all. How do he have more money than Fantasia? Okay, y'all. The daddy seemed like he on point, y'all. She met him. He's broke. She's the celebrity. She's the star. Now her husband is worth $22 million, and she's only worth $5 million. So is all her money going in his pocket? What the is going on? How in the hell is he worth more than her? When she met him, he was broke. Lord have mercy. What the heck is going on? Now I see what the daddy is saying. You didn't put yourself over her companies. Okay, now it's saying, okay, these are different reports. So, because I told you sometime it'd be off and sometime you know what I'm saying? I'm reading another source that's saying as early as 2026, Kendall Taylor's estimate net worth is between $2 million to $5 million. But it's still saying if you Google it, he's worth $22 million. What the heck is going on? Fantasia, girl, you better wake up. You better wake up. Y'all go look it up. It's some sources are saying he's worth up to $2 million. Some sources are saying up to $5 million. Some sources are saying he's worth $22 million. But either way it go, it's saying that he has now more money than her. Y'all, something ain't looking right about this. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comment section. Please like, share, subscribe if you like this video. And thanks for watching, y'all. Peace.